How are you two today?
You better get to the vets. Got a lot of work on.
You don't fool me.
Got to get to work.
You know, I can hardly believe you're a Tate. Your dad and I had our differences, but he knew what he wanted in life and went for it. He'd be ashamed the way you're letting her walk all over you.
She is not walking all over me.
Kidnapping Millie, your affair with Belle. That's all forgotten, is it?
We're putting it behind us.
You're not even a good liar. You know, no son of mine could be this pathetic without a reason.
I'm going to work.
What did Andrea mean when she said the police were sniffing around yesterday?
Have you been listening to our conversations?
Well?
Nothing. Nothing. The police just came to check everything was fine after Millie and Andrea went missing.
Not and you expect me to believe that?
Just leave us alone, will you? Everything's fine.
I will find the truth, even if you won't tell me. I've just come from the garage, seen the state of Jamie's car. What's going on?
Just a little scrape. Didn't think it was worth mentioning it.
Looks like a lot more than that. There's traces of blood.
Believe me, you're better off not digging into this one. You have to trust me on that.
After what I've seen and heard, I wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you. Do you really think you would get away with this?
Kim, just leave it.
You know I can't. I heard you talking about the police yesterday, and I can see you've tried to scrub the blood off. Moira's in hospital after a hit and run. Am I getting warmer?
It's better for all of us if you just forget about what you think you've seen and heard.
Better for you, you mean?
What?
You see, I couldn't understand how you'd persuaded Jamie to take you back. But I see it clearly now. You turned on the waterworks. Sobbed to him about Millie's mum ending up in prison if he didn't help. And my soft son fell for it.
It wasn't like that.
Too late to talk your way out of it. I've worked it all out. You hit Moira.
Sorry, Bot. Oh, where's Charity?
Well, she got fed up waiting for you.
Got held up.
She had to pick Vanessa up and take her to chemo, so she asked me to look after the bar.
Oh, I suppose she's fed up with me.
She's not in the best of moods worrying about Vanessa, so it's not helped.
Let's hope the chemo's going well.
Yeah, I think it's been tough, but she's going to take her to her mum's after. Bit of R&R.
Ah, yeah. Well, maybe the break will do her good.
Yeah, Charity will miss her there.
Yeah. Listen, thanks for looking after the bar. Can I get you a drink for your trouble?
Let me get you one.
No, thanks. Quite fussy who I drink with. You told me you and Andrew were trying to make her go of things. I'd really hate for her to get the wrong idea.
Pint, please, Bob. And a whiskey chaser.
Oh, sounds serious. Woman trouble?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, I'm the man to ask after all my marriages.
I doubt you've been through anything like this.
You got it all wrong.
Oh, I don't think so. Jamie's always been a soft touch where you're concerned. You knew he'd fall for your sob story. Bail you out for Millie's sake.
It wasn't like that.
You know, I told him this morning he needed to toughen up.
Not if it means ending up like you.
Of all the people in the whole world, you had to run over Moira. Maybe Jamie hasn't got the guts to do what needs to be done, but I have.
You need to back off. For his sake.
Don't start whining that Millie needs you. Jamie and I can look after her. You're finished here. I'll give you 24 hours to get out before I call the police.
If you call them, it won't be me that's getting arrested.
Think you can talk your way out of it, do you?
I don't need to. It wasn't me that hit Moira. It was your precious son.
I don't believe a word of it. I know this was down to you.
How can you be so sure?
You're the one that's lost it. Running off with Millie. State you were in, you were an accident waiting to happen. And everyone knows it.
I admit I was in a bad way. But I was holed up in a hotel, not driving down an open road knocking over Moira. That was your son.
Jamie would never do anything like that.
Well, then you don't know him as well as you think you do.
I know him a lot better than you do. If he was in trouble, he'd come to me. He'd have known I'd have sorted it for him.
He didn't, did he? He was driving to see me when he knocked over Moira.
And why would he trust you at a time like that? It doesn't make any sense. That is why I know it's a lie.
Kim, I know you've always hated me, and I know I'm not going to convince you. So why don't you go and ask Jamie, and then you can face up to it. Or maybe you're too scared of the answer.
Say them again, please.
Drinking's not the answer, you know.
You're a barman. Selling booze is your job.
More to bar work than that. I've heard plenty of confessions at closing time that a priest couldn't have dealt with in church.
Spare me the philosophy, thanks.
I don't offer this service to everyone, you know.
Why me, then?
Why you? Because I've been where you are now.
I very much doubt that.
I know what you're thinking. You reckon you're a successful young man and I'm a washed-up old salesman. What could I possibly tell you that'd be worth listening to?
I never said that.
You don't have to. I can see it in your eyes. Jamie, I've been married and divorced more times than I care to mention. So I can speak about women with a fair bit of experience. Now, seeing you with young Belle earlier, that reminded me of a few things that I've been through.
I don't know what you're talking about, but...
It's all right. Not being judgmental. Leave that to the lawyers. Neither of us is the first married man whose eyes might have wandered. We certainly won't be the last. What matters now is how you deal with it.
Look, I know you're trying to help, Bob. My problems are way more complicated than that.
OK, so tell me about them. Things are always better when you talk them through. And I've got nothing better to do but listen. Hey, it's a lot cheaper than getting drunk.
Thank you, Bob, but I prefer it if you just pour the drinks.
Huh? Thought you'd be at work.
No, I needed a break.
Worried about seeing Jamie?
Well, I thought he had the day off, and then he had the cheek to come into the pub and offer to buy me a drink.
Should be keeping his head down, not mithering you.
It's my own fault. Got a knack of finding Mr. Wrong.
You've just been unlucky, that's all.
Most people would say married men, and particularly serial killers, are kind of a bad judgment.
We all make mistakes.
You haven't. You and Sam are so lucky to have found each other. Keep hold of what you've got.
Don't worry, we will.
Right, back to work. No rest for the wicked.
I think I should go after it.
No. I need to talk to you.
You've been drinking. When there's more important things to do.
Like what?
Like dealing with your car. I think it's time for you to start telling me the truth.
Got nothing to say.
Wrong answer. You see, I thought maybe Andrea was the driver. And I'd have had no hesitation in reporting her to the police. But this is so much worse.
Maybe I should just give myself up.
Don't be stupid. The police don't have a lead, so all we've got to do is get rid of the evidence and then you're in the clear. You should have come to me, not her. And then that car would have been in the lake and your alibi sorted by now.
Yeah, I forgot you're the expert at covering things up, aren't you? Been doing it all your life. It won't stop my life from being ruined, Mum. Belle will still hate me, Andrea will still have me under her thumb, and Moira might not even recover.
Moira's not our problem. And frankly, I think it's best if you forgot about Belle. At least until we get Andrea's claws out of you.
How are we going to do that when she holds all the cards?
One step at a time. Our priority is to make sure that you're in the clear. And right now, that car could put you in jail.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorting out this mess.
Well, you look like you need to get sobered up. Me and your mum have got some things to talk about.
Yeah, well, I think I might have a few things to say too.
Well, you can when you've sobered up.
Meantime, I've got you back, so you better go. don't really need your input on this, Andrea. I've got it all worked out. So back off and let me make sure my son's in the clear.
You need to understand the situation first.
Oh, I understand the situation perfectly. You're wasting valuable time when I should be getting this sorted.
Oh, you're wrong on so many counts. First, you don't sort anything without running it by me.
What?
Second, you need to be a bit more polite to me in future.
In your dreams?
No, in your nightmares. You need to realise that things have changed in this house. I don't need to listen to you ranting anymore. I'm in charge now. If you want to save Jamie, then you need to remember that his future's in my hands. I could throw him to the wolves at any time.
You wouldn't do that.
Oh, but I would, if you even tell him about this conversation. From now on, you run everything by me, and that includes Millie. You even so much as look in her direction, you ask me first. Do I make myself clear?
As crystal.
Good. So you back off. I'm sure you could do with a holiday.
You can't expect me to leave Jamie at a time like this.
But I do. In fact, I insist. You're nothing here anymore.